Hi everyone, welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Anti-Venom from the Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure wave. The side of the box has nice Spider-Man artwork, and on the back of the box we have a picture of the figure, a small bio, which you can pause to read now, and then here we have the rest of the wave and the Build-A-Figure. If you want to see reviews of any of these guys here, the only one I have left to do, which will be the next video after this one, is the Spider-Woman one, so everyone else I already have a review up for, so you can go ahead and check them out on my channel. So that's it for the box. Let's get this thing open and take a look. And first out of the box we have the right leg of the Hobgoblin Build-A-Figure, so if you want to check out the review for Hobgoblin, I'll be getting it up as soon as I've finished everyone else from the wave. And here is Anti-Venom out of the packaging, and this is Eddie Brock as Anti-Venom, which means it's absolutely fine that they've used the majority of the same body parts as the Toxin figure, because that was essentially Carnage on Eddie Brock, which was Toxin. So this is, pretty much a reuse. We have some new parts, so I'll just go over those first. So obviously we have the new head, and then we get the arms and the spikes. So let's take a look at these arms first. We just have some spikes on the outside right here that come over to the elbow. Pretty nice. The head, extremely nice. Really like this head. We've got the really nice shading inside there, so we've got a yellow and an orange. Even you got the ridges on the top of the mouth there on the inside. Very, very cool. You got the shading in towards the back and the lighter parts out towards the edge, so the shading is actually in the right places. We've got both yellow and then a bit of orange in the eyes too. Very cool. The paintwork is done very cleanly up here for the design on the head, and very accurately. And we obviously get loads of really nice, lines and that look like flesh and whatnot, and bits of the symbiote, and we got some pretty cool spikes coming around to the back here as well. Not too spiky that it would hurt to turn the head or anything, so that's fine. And then we have this piece on the back here. So this is actually made out of the same material that Daredevil's stick is. Kind of a rubbery plastic, very soft, which actually works very, very well. As you can see, we've got this design on the underside here, which is very clean. It looks very nice, but when you put this on top, you do cover up some of that, so the head of the spider thing that was there and the lines that go over. So that's why I think that this would have been better if it would have been molded to this. So we got new head and new arms. It wouldn't have been much more difficult to just take this upper section of the body and then just mold this to it, instead of just creating this as a separate piece and whatnot. They've obviously had to mold against this anyway. They've had to use this to create this, because it does absolutely sit flush. I mean, look at how neat that is. All around the edge from every single angle. It fits absolutely perfectly. No gap or anything. Very, very nice. But they could have just molded it to that, and then the paintwork would have still been able to go over these spikes. So, I really do think that these should have really been molded to him, and I would have liked some more spikes on him, like maybe something on the outside of the shoulder here, whereby it's going to be here so it doesn't actually hinder articulation. I would have liked that, because if you're going for a kind of comparison between this and the Marvel Select version, the Diamond Select one, that has more spikes, and it does have more paint shading, like it's got more grey throughout. Now this isn't like perfectly pure white. I mean, you can see on this piece it looks like it's been painted white over something. It just doesn't match up, exactly perfect or anything. But what we do have is some kind of dirty bits. With it being an all-white figure, you can kind of expect that to a certain extent anyway. But in some places I've just have little bits of, like, tiny bits of brown or whatever. On the foot down here, if I get some focus, you can see that I've got a bit of a scuff mark there. I might be able to clean a lot of this up, but yeah, obviously you don't really want it. You can see that there's a bit of kind of dirtiness around here, a bit of kind of brown or something. It's perfectly fine. It's to be expected. We do get the mark here on the leg. At least it's in black, and it kind of still goes in with the rest of the figure, and it's not like silver or anything like really coming at you. Still would have been nice to put it underneath here. There's plenty of room. He's got nice big feet. But for the most part, this figure is done really, really well. As a comparison to those other figures, the other symbiotes, I think that it fits in really, really well. And overall, that new head sculpt and everything, at least they have given us spikes. At least they've moulded a separate piece to put on there, but it would have just been nice if there was more spikes overall. Maybe some spikes over here on the bicep or on the edge of the shoulder or something where it wouldn't hinder articulation. I like they've got it here, but I think it just needs some more. So the Marvel Select basically wins on shading, and it wins on basic moulding of the spikes and whatnot. But where this wins is articulation, obviously, and it also does win on price, I guess you could say too, because it's probably going to be easier to get, because that other figure was a little older, and it's probably going to be sold for a hefty amount these days anyway. So the head, it goes all the way up, very, very nice articulation there, but down, sometimes you push it down, and as you can see, it flicks back up. So what you want to do is just rest it forward a little bit, then push it down, and it will stay down, but it only looks down a little bit. It's enough maybe to look at Spider-Man, as you can see, he looks down perfectly at him. But it would have been nice if you could look a bit further down, because obviously there are smaller characters than that Spider-Man figure, obviously. But it doesn't matter too much, so we also get a little bit of side-to-side wiggle there, and he looks left and right perfectly fine. At the shoulder, it moves out this much, and it goes full 360 degrees swivel. We have a swivel at the bicep, we have double jointed elbows, the wrists also swivel and go in and out, very nice claws there. At the ab section here, it goes back once and then comes forward a very good amount too. And as you can see, the paint does carry on all the way through the back and all the way through the front. So that is very, very nice. You can't even see anything inside there. It's very, very tight knit, very close. You don't have any gaps there, so I really do like the ab crunch on this guy. You have the waist rotation. At the legs, they come out a very good amount. They go forwards and they go back a little bit. We have a very tight thigh swivel there, but it is there. We have double jointed knees. We actually have a calf rotation as well. We also have the feet that go up and down. He also has ankle pivot and peg holes in the bottom of the feet. As for his size comparison, Anti-Venom stands 7.5 inches tall, so he's actually a whole inch taller than the majority of the rest of the Marvel Legends line, so an absolutely fantastic scale for this large character. So it might have been nice to get maybe some interchangeable hands or something else. I would have liked it more for, say, like the Carnage figure or whatnot, like they're doing actually with the Marvel Select Carnage that's coming out soon. But really for this figure, I don't really mind too much, because he is bigger than that Carnage one that they brought out, so he's the same size as that Toxin figure. I don't really mind that they don't come with added accessories. Obviously, we get this on the back right here, but I don't mind that he doesn't come with anything else for the hands, or maybe an interchangeable, like, head, so you got Eddie Brock under there or something. I don't mind about it because we are obviously getting a slightly larger figure than just the standard Marvel Legends size, so we're still getting that extra plastic for our money. Comparing it to other Marvel Legends figures, I think that it's an absolutely fantastic figure. The lines are all painted perfectly. Anything that's kind of bad with the figure is just it can be a bit dirty in places, but I should be able to clean that up, but there's nothing actually wrong with it. So overall, if you are collecting the Wave for the Builder figure, or if you're into the symbiotes or whatever, then I think that this is definitely a figure that you're going to enjoy. If you already have that Toxin figure and maybe you don't want something else like that, then maybe, give it a pass. But, I mean, if you have that Toxin figure, you're probably a symbiote fan, so you're probably going to like it anyway. So thanks for watching, guys. If you want to check out pictures of this figure or anything else from my collection, then go ahead and check out my Instagram and Twitter. It's Homerino123 for both, and the links will be in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and if you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.